On May 18th of this year, friction between Hasidic Jews and New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio boiled over after the Jewish mourners packed the streets of Brooklyn during the lockdown. I'm quoting from the New York Times here. 2 days later, the police issued 5 fire code violations and 6 summonses after officers found large groups of worshipers hiding in 2 synagogues. The doors of both synagogues were chained shut and black garbage bags covered the windows. Is this the United States of America? The land of the free and home of the brave? Does a pandemic allow the government to throw out the Bill of Rights? The very first amendment to the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or the prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or the press or the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government to redress of grievances. Also, the Privileges and Immunities Clause in the U.S. Constitution, Article 4, prevents a state from treating citizens of other states in a discriminatory manner. Additionally, a right of free interstate travel is associated with the clause. Does that sound familiar? Can you fly to New York from Texas? I have a friend that has a cabin in Angel Fire, New Mexico, that he was going to let me and my family use this summer. We were all ready to go when my wife saw something on the news that said anybody coming from Texas to Mexico had to quarantine for 2 weeks. Not if you're coming from New York, but if you're coming from Texas. Can governors of these states defy the Constitution of the United States and impose these restraints on interstate travel? Do mayors of cities have the power to ignore the Bill of Rights and chain up synagogues? Well, apparently they do. Thankfully, there are some citizens exercising their Free Amendment rights to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So there are some court cases moving through the system. As recently as this week, a federal judge in Pittsburgh ruled that lockdowns and business closures that the Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf ordered were unconstitutional. The judge ruled that the governor's pandemic policies were overreaching, arbitrary, and violated citizens' constitutional rights. The judges making these decisions are elected or they're appointed by the officials we elect. As citizens of the United States, one of the most powerful ways we can affect what happens in our nation is to vote. And this year seems like our nation is at a tipping point. Our freedoms are under attack. I'd encourage each of you to study the facts and not just what the mainstream media says that they are, and make a choice for America, the land of the free and the home of the brave.